Why love superficially when we can go from hello to epitome, manifesting destinies and
Hey Taurus! Welcome to your mid-August reading, general. And by general, I mean I set the intention that, whatever is most important to people who will watch this reading, that's what comes up. So whatever it is that you guys need to know. And I'm going to keep it pretty short because, September's coming and whatnot or whatever, So I'm going to do a good old little general spread for us. I'm a Taurus, by the way. But y'all knew that already. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to shuffle just a few more times. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into this good old reading and see what is going on for my fellow Taurians for the mid-month of August. Aren't you excited? I'm so excited. All right, one more time. Okay, we got central energy, our challenge, past influence. What's behind you? What's before you? What's above you and what's below you? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, central energy for Taurians. I swear to you, I turned the camera on and I sensed the freaking Chariot card. I'm not even joking. That's interesting. Central energy is the Chariot. This is challenged by the Knight of Wands. Oh, even better. Past influence is the Lovers. Oh, jeez. Going forward, we have the Ace of Wands. Above you is the Nine of Wands. And the below card, oh my gosh, is the Four of Cups. This is the same card that Libra had. Do some of y'all have Libra in your chart, or y'all dealing with Libras? So two major arcanas that we have here, people. Or some of you guys may be dealing with a Gemini. Or we're dealing with a Gemini. But anywho, I'm going to tell you how I see it. But what I really sense with this, I get very spiritual kind of vibes from this. So what I'm sensing with the Lovers and you guys past influence, this is really like you doing a whole crap load of self-work during this wonderful little retrograde that is now over, but will be in the shadow phase for the next 2 weeks. I think they call that retro shade. Throw in retro shade. Okay, that was not funny. Anyway, so what I see that you guys were doing, and this is not exactly what I got for Libra, but for them it was kind of like a reflection period. But I'm seeing for you guys is integrating those masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. So it's like trying to find the balance between those two things, right? For some of you, it may be a Gemini person. But presently we have the Chariot. So this is like, I'm going to tell you how I'm seeing it. I'm seeing this as what's been going on up until you watch this reading, right? This is like divine masculine and feminine, right? So this is like spiritual work that you've been doing. Now this is where it becomes like physical, right? So these are those same two aspects, but it's you trying to integrate like what you've done, whether you did it in your sleep. Because, some people, they do their spiritual work in their sleep, or you astro traveled, whatever your whole little thing is. If you meditated, got a vision, whatever. So this is you now bringing this down into like your daily life. So it's like psychology terms. It's your ego, your super ego, and your id, and you trying to like pull the reins between these things and stay balanced in between the two. So it's not being driven so much by like physical pleasures, passions, and desires, and then not being controlled so much by what other people think or what you've been conditioned to believe to be true. And it's more or less like the higher self or the authentic self stepping forward, right? Because the divine masculine and feminine in a spiritual sense are balanced, but it's like now allowing the ego to manifest that balance, and taking reins of like your psychology in a sense. I hope that's not like too, fuddy-duddy. But anywho, But it's like, I feel like that's what the biggest thing for you guys is right now. Now, with our Knight of Wands, this can be either, for those of you who have kids that are teenagers, this may be a fire sign teenager child, right? And that's our Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This may also be a person who's an adult that acts like a teenager, right? That may be, so I mean, it could be, a boss, friend, family member, what have you, that you feel like is kind of challenging your progress right now. Or this could potentially be yourself. Or, what do I want to say? Do I want to say like a challenging, not necessarily like a belief, it's, I don't even feel like it's going to last that long. It's almost like a flash of doubt. So I guess the way that, okay, I see this. So, because I'm looking at your Nine of Wands here. So, all right, I'm going to put it to you like this. And I feel like I've said this to us before, but hey, we're Tauruses. This stuff happens. So Tauruses, because we're loyal people, we love everyone, and we're like support system for a lot of people, the strong friend, it's you've been disappointed so many times. And where I say this is like a flash, it's not necessarily like a core belief, because it's like I'm not sensing it being something that that's like lingering. It's like, I think it's like you're thinking about things in the past that have disappointed you, and you like ruminating in this for a second makes this come through, right? So it's like, okay, I gotta be illustrative. That has clearly been a thing this month. We're gonna do them all. So, during the retrograde, it's like, you're thinking about stuff or whatever, and like spirit's doing all this energetic work in you, right? So bam, balance. So bam, okay, we're going to manifest this into the physical realm. We're like, yeah, getting my thoughts together, sorting things out. But somewhere up in the id, well, no, we're not going to say the id. Somewhere up in the super ego, right? It's like your should oughts and supposed to's come up, and it's like, you remember the time we did this? It's like, when we stepped out. You remember that time? That person says that they want to help you. Do they really want to help you? Stuff like that, right? So that causes, wait, let me put my stuff back in order. Okay. So that causes this little flash, right? So it's like a little flash of doubt. So it's almost like you go from a point of knowingness, of knowing like you're about to like slay on some stuff, because you got your little sphinx in order, and your chariot's about to, But it's this little flash of doubt that comes in, that makes you question. And I'm hearing for some people, it may not even be your thoughts. It may be a person. So it may be something that a person says to you, or a message that you get, or maybe when you do your big coming out, so to speak, and you're feeling all strong and empowered, that someone says something that puts you back here, so you kind of start second guessing yourself. But the whole deal is to overcome and remember the work that you've done, past tense, what you've gone through in the retrograde. So it's more or less like staying in alignment with this ideal of, and I think maybe for some people this may have happened already. So this may kind of be confirmation for you of the fact that all of that little funky energy that you were feeling, that was all of this going on. So it's like this spiritual, energetic integration of yourself. And now it's time for you to move forward, because I feel like for a good deal of you that it's been, or you felt, either you've been stagnant or been feeling stagnant for an extended period, or it's just like specific to the retrograde of just kind of feeling at a standstill. But yeah. Oh, another one. So for some of you also, this is going to be something, not necessarily in a negative sense, but I feel like it may be something like, let me be clear. So first group of people, this is either doubt that comes in from you ruminating. Second group of people, right? It's, a person or a message that comes in that brings you here. And then for the third group of people, you're already here, right? And then there may be something that comes in that brings you out of this, right? And the thing that would bring you out of this is going to be a new opportunity, but it's going to be something that you have to put work into. So it's like, it's a passionate new beginning. And I mean passionate in the sense of either it's something within the realm of spirituality that you are passionate about, right? Or it could be something in the sense of a job, just something that's in alignment with your heart's desire. I mean, it could even be a relationship, because this could be, like I said, a Cancer person that has Gemini in their chart, you know? But this is a new opportunity that you guys have going forward. But the key is here is that this is something that you have to utilize what it is that you've learned during the retrograde and apply it to this, because this is like raw fire energy. So it's totally in your hands how you mold it. But the deal is that what it is that you guys have learned through this reflection time, now it's time for you to like put that into action. So how this pans out, this is just kind of like an open window energy being in your favor. But how this pans out is going to be contingent upon how well you can apply everything that you've received download wise, or in accordance with how you process it, and not allowing past experiences or past letdowns to affect you going forward, right? And then most importantly, this to me, this is the same vibe. It's just disappointment, you know? So this is subconsciously what's influencing you, and this is what you're consciously thinking about. So you want to watch that. It's like, so what you really want to stand firm on is, and hopefully you guys journal. So whether it's dreams that you had or things that Spirit spoke to you, and if you haven't done that already, then that may be something that you want to start doing now, is everything that it is that you've received, whether it's like epiphanies, revelations, dreams, or movies that you saw where you got some type of epiphany or something like that. Write these things down, because I feel like going forward on this journey, and because it's like, it's not necessarily, I don't want to say it like pressure is being put on you, but it's just the sense of like, the fact that how things pan out from here, with that being contingent upon what you've learned, you would want to know what it is you learned, like a little study guide or something. Well, maybe not a study guide, maybe like a cheat sheet. Yeah. So spiritual download cheat sheet. And I just spit a little. But anywho. But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm seeing for you guys. And yes, this reading is extremely short. It's like I said, September reads are coming up. But that's the main thing that I see, Taurus. And it's like, I'm going to run through it again because my brain, I said to Libra, I was like, I feel like my brain is moving quicker than my mouth. Or my mouth is moving quicker than my brain. I don't know. One or the other. But anywho, but the main gist of this is that you guys have kind of leveled up, energetically speaking, through this retrograde. But don't allow experiences from your past, and especially like in a subconscious sense, if Spirit revealed to you what it is that's been kind of undermining you, or the why behind how you ended up in experiences like this by kind of like taking on too much by yourself, it's like, remember that, because that's needed now so that you don't self-sabotage, and it's gonna be needed going forward for you to build or grow with whatever this opportunity is coming up. So I'm gonna pick one oracle card for you guys, and we deucing about this piece, you know. I'll be damned. Self-sabotage. I love when this happens. Wow. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's the inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. Son. I ain't got nothing else to say. That has been your August mid-month Taurus. I love your face. I'll see you in September. Deuces.
Why love superficially